Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is about two of my Swiss Army knives and what I found out about them that kind of surprised me. That's why I'm doing the video. This is a Swiss Champ. Recent purchase. Really like this knife. To me, this is my favorite Swiss Army knife. I really like this. All around, for an all-around knife, this is just great. Now, a lot of people are going to disagree with that. There's people who like the Hunter, the Craftsman, and other knives. And I like the knife I'm going to show you here in a minute too, just not as well as this. There's a multitude of different Swiss Army knives. And everybody has their favorite. And your favorite Swiss Army knife really doesn't have anything to do with the knife. What it has to do with is how you use it. And for some people, there's size requirements, different tools they have on them. People use it in different ways. And the good thing about Swiss Army knife is you can find a model that suits the way you are going to use your knife. And then that becomes your favorite Swiss Army knife. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's actually a good thing because it means that you're not stuck with one or two different designs. You can find the one that just fits what you use it for perfectly and go on about your business. I had an old Craftsman and this replaced that. Nothing wrong with the Craftsman. I just wanted some extra tools on it. And what I had, and I've had this for a long time, is the Cyber Tool L or Cyber Tool Large. Really like this knife, but I carry this one with me all the time. This one is in this pouch, and there's a bunch of gear in it that I carry with it. I did a video on it. But what I noticed, they're basically the same knife, and that kind of surprised me because the price points on these this is more expensive than the Swiss Champ. And depending on where you look, it's about $20 to $40 difference. Which is quite a bit, and you'll see that when you compare the two knives. On the back, the main difference you see is this piece of black plastic here, and I'll show you what that is later on. But you have the screwdriver, the small screwdriver, corkscrew, chisel, small screwdriver. I did a video where I said it wasn't useless, but I never had a use for it. And then as soon as I made that video, I started using this and finding a need for it. So never call a tool useless on a Swiss Army knife. But that's basically what you get on the Swiss Champ. And on the Cyber Tool, you get the exact same thing. So there's no difference whatsoever. And they both come with a little straight pin. Now on the front, let me take these out. And of course they both have the tweezers, writing pen, and I always load mine up with the Firefly ferro rod. But let me get back to this. Pliers, scissors, saw blade, and the file. And I don't want to cut myself. And this is why you should never say a tool is useless. Well, that didn't work. There it goes. Big blade. Notice, big blade comes out first. And again, scissors, saw blade, scissors, pliers. That's a screwdriver. The springs in here are real tight. With all the blades open, that's just not coming out. But again, same tool set. Now, I didn't take all the tool sets out from the knives because I'm going to show you the differences. I don't know why I did that off camera. Okay. So let's look at the differences. Cyber tool, screwdriver, removable bits, they're kind of small, an extra set of bits. That's the tool that is on the cyber tool that is not on this tool. On this tool, screwdriver, Phillips. Same. Well, it's actually bigger than the one on the cyber tool. Magnifying glass, which I use this for small print. 62 years old. Fine print is a problem for me. An additional tool that this has is the fish hook remover, scaler, and I use it for a lot of other stuff, just poking and prodding and turning. So basically, there's only difference in these tools. Now, for me, I mainly use a Phillips. I have not used any of these. I think I might have used the, and that's a hex nut. I've used a small Phillips and this Phillips. So if you have a need for those tools, and especially, you can't really see this, but it's one of those star heads, then this is really good to have. I don't have a big need for that. I use these tools more than I use the screwdriver on this one. So this is the one I carry with me all the time. But they're basically the same knife. And, you know, having this on here, in my opinion, doesn't account for the price difference. It should be about the same price in my mind. But these have always been more expensive, and sometimes they're even difficult to get. I know for a while they discontinued selling them in the United States. You had to go online and bring them in from outside. But I think they're back on the market because they're Swiss Army. Victorinox page has them on their web page now. But for everyday use, I use these enough to where I want them with me all the time. And a lot of people find this blade right here useless. I don't. I actually use it quite a bit more than some of the other ones. But this knife, like I said, for me it's a great knife. I like it. Carry it with me all the time. Use it several times every day. This one, I've had it. I use it occasionally. I don't carry it with me all the time, mainly because I just like having that magnifying glass and the other tools that this have. And I mean, that's the only reason. For me and the way I use it, this is a better knife to have with me all the time. This one I carry in a pouch, excuse me. So I can get to it if I need it, if I do need that screwdriver for whatever reason. But everyday carry, the Swiss Champ is the one I like. Not everybody's going to agree with this, but I think it's probably one of the most versatile of their knives. It's not too big to handle comfortably, and it has a good tool set. Some people are going to disagree with that and say it's too big. That's fine. That's, you know, whatever their needs are. But for me, that's the knife I carry with me. And like I said, when I got that knife and started looking at it and pulled this one out, it's like, oh, they're the same knife, just with minor tool differences. But the price difference is quite a bit, which I still don't quite understand, but you know, that's the way it is. But either knife is really good. It's just that I prefer the Swiss Champ for an everyday carry. And this one I do have where I can get to it because of this bit heads that one of these days I'm going to run into something I need that for. And I can carry it with me in the pouch and it works out okay. But anyway, I found that kind of interesting that the two knives are basically the same knife. $20 to $40 price difference surprised me. Both of them are good knives. There's nothing wrong with either one of them. I just prefer to carry the Swiss Champ, which is, like I said, for me at least, it's probably the best knife for me to carry on the way I use it. But anyway, thanks for watching.